There is no world. I find that so liberating to say. There is no world. Let's yell it. There is no world. Multiple things tell us this, but let's talk about it today. We're going to talk about, of course, a lesson in A Course in Miracles. So what if that's true? What if there is really no world? What if the world is really just a dream? So let's play around with that idea. What if that's true? Open your mind to see things differently. What if that's possibly true? What if there really is no world? What if the world is just sort of kind of a dream and we're making all of this up? And what if everything we see is really a reflection of what is inside of us? What if our perception really is the cause? What if the world isn't telling us what it is? What if we actually tell the world who we are? What if the world isn't telling us who we are? Like, say we're misunderstood or we're not seen or not heard, but what if we're telling the world that? Let's just play around with this idea in a lighthearted, non-judgmental, non-blaming way. What if this world isn't really real? What if it's just kind of a dream? And what if we're creating it all? And what if everything we see is really a reflection of what is inside of us? And what if when we change what's inside of us, the world around us changes? But what if we don't? I was just listening to A Course in Miracles, Reverend Marie Philippa, I think is her name, and she was talking about how in order to manifest, don't think about what it is you want. Think about the feeling that you will have when you no longer need the thing that you want. I love that idea. You know, so what if the world is really just responding to us? What if there is no world? There is no world. I just want to keep yelling that. I don't know. I find it very satisfying. There is no world. It's like in my dream when I was lucid dreaming and I wanted to tell everybody, this is a dream. And then everybody was getting mad in my dream. Like, no, it's not. There is a world. I can see it. It's real. What if that wasn't the truth? I've been listening to more and more about quantum physics, quantum mechanics. It's so cool and so interesting. So what if there is no world? A Course in Miracles says this. Its whole thing is based on it. Let's talk about A Course in Miracles lesson today that will help us loose the world from all that we thought it was and know our power in this world, right? What if we just loose the world from all that we thought it was? What if we just shake it off, everything that we thought was true about the world? What if we loose the world from all that we thought it was and we allow ourselves to be given a new perception of the world? We're going to talk a little bit about this today, and of course it goes along with the Course in Miracles lesson that's really, really, really good. Prudence is really happy too. She's in it. And I put up my flowers yesterday, so I had to have this is my first video of the year outside in my backyard. I'm loving it. Prudence and I are loving it. Oh my gosh, this little dog. Okay, so lesson 132. I loose the world from all I thought it was. Lesson 132, this is A Course in Miracles workbook lesson. I loose the world from all I thought it was. What keeps the world in chains but your beliefs? And what can save the world except yourself? Again, they're talking about us saving the world. Our job is only to save the world through changing our mind. So, and what can save the world except yourself? Belief is powerful indeed. The thoughts you hold are mighty, and illusions are as strong in their effects as is the truth. A madman thinks the world he sees is real and does not doubt it. I have this whole thing underlined. It's so funny. A madman thinks the world he sees is real and does not doubt it. Nor can he be swayed by questioning his thoughts' effects. It is but when their source is raised to question that the hope of freedom comes to him at last. It is but when the source is raised to question that the hope of freedom comes at last. I've experienced this so much within myself, within my husband, where I'm like, no, we are creating these experiences. And there's one particular experience that my husband's like, no, I am not creating it. This is happening to me. And it's so hard to see, right, when you're in it. So yet is salvation easily achieved. For anyone is free to change his mind, and all the thoughts change with it. All his thoughts change with it. Yet is salvation easily achieved. For anyone is free to change his mind, and all his thoughts change with it. Now the source of the thought has shifted, for to change your mind means you have changed the source of all ideas you think or ever thought or yet will think. You free the past from what you thought before. You free the future from all ancient thoughts of seeking what you do not want to find. You free the future from all ancient thoughts of seeking what you do not want to find. I love this. You free the past from what you thought before. Freeing the past. You free the future from all ancient thoughts of seeking what you do not want to find. Do you ever feel like you're just like attached to what you do not want? You can't get rid of the thought of that what you do not want. This frees you from the future of ancient thoughts of seeking what you do not want to find. The present now remains the only time. Here in the present is the world set free. For as you let the past be lifted and release the future from your ancient fears, I love how they're calling them ancient. Your fears are ancient. Boring, right? For as you let the past be lifted and release the future from your ancient fears, you find escape and give it to the world. You have enslaved the world with all of your fears, your doubts, your miseries, your pain and tears, and all your sorrows press on it, and keep the world a prisoner to your beliefs. Death strikes it everywhere because you hold the bitter thoughts of death within your minds. The world is nothing in itself. It says this multiple times, I believe, in the Course. The world is nothing. It's not good or bad, right? It's nothing. The world is nothing in itself. Your mind must give it meaning. It's up to you. And what you behold upon it are your wishes, acted out so you can look on them and think them real. See, this is why this New Earth consciousness is so important for us to realize what our power is, how powerful we are. We don't need to keep going to other people to tell us, to gurus, to doctors, to whoever, to tell us what's wrong with us. It's giving our power away. This is a whole shift that's going on right now. And science is backing this up now. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, you know, the old order, the old and new order. What's that Bob Dylan song? The old order is fading. Times they are a-changing. Okay, so the world is nothing in itself. Your mind must give it meaning. And what you behold upon it are your wishes, acted out so you can look on them and think them real. Perhaps you think you did not make the world, but came unwillingly to what was made already, hardly waiting for your thoughts to give it meaning. Yet in truth, you found exactly what you looked for when you came. I think so much of this is realizing that we are not victims of the world we see. That's another Course in Miracles lesson. I am not a victim of the world I see. Like whenever you feel like a victim, and it comes in insidious, undercover ways, feeling like a victim, right? Whenever you feel like a victim, it is time to claim, I am not a victim of the world I see. Okay. Yet in truth, you found exactly what you looked for when you came. There is no world apart from what you wish, and herein lies your ultimate release. Change but your mind on what you want to see, and all the world must change accordingly. Ideas leave not their source. This central theme is often stated in the text and must be borne in mind if you would understand the lesson for today. It is not pride which tells you that you made the world you see. It's not pride that tells you you made the world you see and that it changes as you change your mind. But it is pride that argues you have come into a world quite separate from yourself. That is pride. So it's not pride when I say you're going to change, you're going to save the world. That's not pride. That's just truth. It is pride that argues that you have come into a world quite separate from yourself, impervious to what you think, and quite apart from what you chance to think it is. There is no world. There is no world. That's with an exclamation point, okay? I think there's only one other time in the text that it says this. I would have to look. But there is no world. This is the central thought the Course attempts to teach. Not everyone is ready to accept it, and each one must go as far as he can let himself be led along the road to truth. He will return and go still farther, and perhaps step back a while and then return again. That's been my experience. But healing is the gift of those who are prepared to learn there is no world and can accept the lesson now. It's almost like you get to a point where you're just willing to accept this, or you're willing to entertain this thought, right? And if we're too attached to the world, we can't always get there. Okay, so their readiness will bring the lesson to them in some form which they can understand and recognize. Some see it suddenly on point of death and rise to teach it. Others find it an experience that is not of this world, which shows them that the world does not exist, because what they behold must be the truth, and yet it clearly contradicts the world. And some will find it in this course and in the exercises that we do today. Today's idea is true because the world does not exist. I love this lesson. Why is this like the best? Today's idea is true because the world does not exist. And if it's like old news, right? Old news playing out. And if it is indeed your own imagining, then you can loose it from all things you ever thought it was by merely changing all the thoughts that gave it these appearances. Shake it out. Loose the world from all you thought it was. The sick are healed as you let go of all thoughts of sickness, and the dead arise when you let go of thoughts, when you let thoughts of life replace all the thoughts you ever held of death. A lesson earlier repeated once must be stressed again, for it contains the firm foundation for today's idea. You are as God created you. There is no place where you can suffer and no time that can bring change to your eternal state. How can a world of time and place exist if you still remain as God created you? What is the lesson for today except another way of saying that to know yourself, with capital S, self, is the salvation of the world? When you know yourself, this is the salvation of the world. To free the world from every kind of pain is but to change your mind about yourself. Back to yourself. When you change your mind about yourself, you free the world. There is no world apart from your ideas, because ideas leave not their source, and you maintain the world within your mind in thought. Yet if you are as God created you, you cannot think apart from him, nor make what he does not share, his timelessness, nor make what does not share his timelessness and love. Only things that are timeless are real. Only things that nothing real can be threatened, and nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. Are these inherent? Okay, sorry, I got off track here. Let's start again. Yet if you are as God created you, you cannot think apart from him, nor make what he does not share his timelessness and love. Nor make what does not share his timelessness and love. Are these inherent in the world you see? Is God's timelessness and love inherent in the world you see? Does it create like him? Unless it does, it's not real and cannot be at all. If you, like, nothing that's created through anything but that will last, right? It will fall on itself. If you are real, the world you see is false. For God's creation is unlike the world in every way. And as it was his thought by which you were created, so it is your thoughts which made it and must set it free. Let's set the world free. That you may know the thoughts you share with God. Release the world! Exclamation point. Why? I never realized this was the best lesson ever. Release the world. Your real creations wait for this release to give you fatherhood, not of illusions, but as God in truth. It's getting a little warm, isn't it, Prudence? God shares his fatherhood with you, who are his son, for he makes no distinctions in what is himself and what is still himself. What he creates is not apart from him, and nowhere does the Father end and the Son begin as something separate from him. Remember, this was written in a different time. They're calling God him. It could be she, his son. It could be daughter, they. There is no world because it is a thought apart from God and made to separate the Father and the Son and break away a part of God himself and thus destroy his wholeness. Can a world which comes from this idea be real? Can it be anywhere? Where is the world? Can it be anywhere? Deny illusions, but accept the truth. Deny you are a shadow briefly laid upon a dying world. Release your mind and you will look upon a world released. Inner creates outer. Release your mind and you will look upon a world released. Today, our purpose is to free the world from all the idle thoughts we ever held about it and about all living things we see upon it. They cannot be there. No more can we. For we are in the home of our Father set for us along with them. And we who are as he created us would loose the world this day from every one of our illusions that we may be free. Begin the 15 minutes periods in which we practice twice today with this. I who remain as God created me would lose the world from all I thought it was. For I am real because the world is not, and I know my own reality. I know my own reality. Then merely rest alert but with no strain, and let your mind in quietness be changed so that the world is freed along with you. Free the world and free everyone with it. I love that. Then merely rest alert but with no strain. Alert but with no strain. And let your mind in quietness be changed so that the world is freed along with you. You do not realize that healing comes to many brothers far across the world, as well as to the ones you see nearby, as you send out these thoughts to bless the world. But you will sense your own release, although you may not fully understand as yet that you could never be released alone. Throughout the day, increase the freedom sent through your ideas to all the world, and say whenever you are tempted to deny the power of your simple change of mind, I loose the world from all I thought it was, and I choose my own reality instead. Okay, so that's the affirmation for today. Are you ready? I loose the world from all I thought it was and choose my own reality instead. I loose the world from all I thought it was and choose my own reality instead. You are the one. The world is responding to you. So what do you do when you're looking at a mirror? Do you get mad at the mirror when you don't like what you see? If you want your hair up but it's down when you look in the mirror, do you get mad at the mirror and get frustrated that your hair's down? Or do you change yourself? Do you put it up so you see a different reflection? Right? That's what the world is. It's a mirror. So if you're not liking what you're getting from the world, change something from within. Okay, so I hope this was helpful today. I just had this happen. I don't think I talked about it in my last video, where somebody in my life, I was having, let's see, how do I say this? Because I don't want to say who this person is. I was struggling with somebody in my life with a pattern, right? Feeling like they're always reacting this way. And I'm realizing that I am in the past, right? That this person this is maybe how they responded in the past, but I'm not giving them an opportunity to change right now. Or I'm not giving them an opportunity to change differently. So I did ask for a change of perspective. Help me to see this differently. And I just affirmed within myself what's true. What did I say? I affirmed that this person knows that I love them no matter what, that my love, I don't need to do anything to prove my love, that I am love. And when I affirmed these things within myself and I got this feeling of feeling good within myself, I went and interacted with this person, and this person acted in a way that I have never seen this person act before. It was like unreal almost. It was almost like, is this really happening? So it was definitely a very positive result when I just affirmed within myself what is true, what I know to be true about me, or even what I want to be true about me. You are powerful. You are powerful. This happened, I talked about this once before when I was at a party and people were, some friends from my past were there, and they were treating me in a way that I used to be treated, where it felt like I was ignored, I was invisible, nobody was listening to anything I said. And I went into the bathroom and I looked in the mirror and I was like, that is not who you are anymore. And I didn't change anything else. I just affirmed it within myself, and I went back in to the interaction, and they were like listening to me, looking at me. It was like a completely different party that I was at when I came out of the bathroom, because I had affirmed it within myself. Give it to yourself. Okay? Okay, I hope this was helpful. I loose the world from all that I thought it was, and I choose my own reality instead. Go ahead and write it below. That's your affirmation today. I hope this was helpful. My name is Elizabeth Cermak. I'm a psychotherapist and coach here to talk about bringing the vertical into this world, bringing the spiritual into the world, and I hope this was helpful. Prudence is laying over here. She's out of the camera, but let's say hi, Prudence. So hopefully we do more videos this summer outside in our garden. Okay, I hope this was helpful today. Peace and love. I'll talk to you soon.